That's funny. You should write a joke
this ain't
about
over.
it.
Hello everybody, my name is Danibus. Joining me as always is The.Spectre. It is Wednesday. Makes it DotA is hard in-house night. Bringing you the mixed bag of Australian pub matches. I say pub, of course they are part of the DotA is hard guild, and you can be too. Because we don't want you, but you might want us. We will let you in.
Always and forever.
We are a reverse captain's mode after several quite failurific games tonight. Hopefully we will get a good one going. There'll be no QQing, no GGing, until of course the ancient falls. This reverse captain's mode and banning the things they do not want picked. People are very standard in this mode.
Yes, indeedy. So we already see obviously a Shadow Fiend being banned out, but I can fully understand the Broodmother. Meepo, I understand as well. Clink's not so much. I love playing Clinks and Shadow Fiend. They're probably two of my favorite kind of heroes. So, all up in your face, get aggressive. We are demons, eat our nuts heroes.
I know that Brood is terrible, but I do like her.
I know, she just doesn't fit in anywhere anymore.
She just doesn't scale well enough. Like,
and her spiders give even more bounty now. It's just like, why run her?
I feel like they need to be maybe the spiders need a buff to their survivability.
Maybe give them magic resistance.
Yeah, magic
like
resistance.
A lot more magic resistance, so they're just not nuked down by every hero.
Exactly. I mean, I almost feel like they need to behave like zombies. I mean, I know that they're magic immune, but...
Maybe make them magic immune and make them have less health, so they do have to be cleared off by something like Cleave, but it still can be done.
Or even magic immune, but only for the first generation spiders, not for the small ones that they then propagate.
But then you would only really have 3 spiders.
You can multicast. You can cast the thing over and over again.
Yeah, true, you could.
You know, just buff up the.
That's actually a decent idea. I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can't clear your entire wave, and then you can always generate.
We do see the Bloodseeker picked up for the Radiant side. Of course, both teams draft for the other team, and the pick ban screen bit gets completely screwed up. I don't think that it was like changed along to be like a parody with the pick ban phases. And if it is, it just completely screws up what's highlighted and where it's pointing. So
it is. Because we've got the thing there. Well, they've picked up a sniper and a Wisp. Wisp is a really good hero, so they must be only picking heroes that are bad with Wisp. That I cannot think of any.
Every time we've run a reverse captain's mode game and Wisp has come up, the team with Wisp has won.
I mean, Wisp is...
I think in both times it was a Wisp with a Morphling.
Wisp recently ranked as one of the 5 hardest heroes in Dota.
Yeah, I think it was... was he second only to Meepo?
I think so.
Or was he third behind Meepo and Invoker?
I don't know. Invoker's over.
I think he's one of those heroes that has a relatively high skill floor, but an insanely high skill ceiling. And they're kind of judging it more off the potential of the hero versus how he's actually played in most pubs.
I suppose, but I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be able to play an Invoker. Like, I can't play him. I haven't practiced him, and I know that I couldn't just pick him up and play him.
Yeah.
Because his skills are just too complex. Same thing as Meepo.
Well, you can always just play Invoker as a 2-spell hero.
It's true, but I don't know, he just feels like it kind of like Meepo and Invoker, they both need practice before you play them.
Yeah.
Wisp, if I had never played Wisp before, I could still jump into a game as Wisp, read his skills, and be reasonably effective as him. Not great.
More effective at least than an Invoker.
Stuff. Yeah, more effective than I would be playing an Invoker blind or playing a Meepo blind. And purely with that as the judge. To me, hero difficulty isn't necessarily the difficulty of using them at a pro level, but the difficulty of picking them up for the first time as if you had no knowledge of the hero.
I suppose it's a different scale of difficulty. It's just kind of too broad to say who's the most difficult. It's like saying, what's the best movie? It's like, well, there's no real best. It's so subjective, it doesn't really make a difference. You can have the best comedy movie, which is then still such a subjective area that you would need everyone to vote on it.
Yeah, and I mean, I've read reviews of of Dota 2 being picked up by StarCraft professionals, and they say that they love Meepo because he's got that high APM that they can just get their micro fix.
Yeah, and they get so much farm and golden experience, then they can just completely walk over.
Yeah, and they can just do it. Control. I mean, they've got 5 units. Like, what is this?
Something to note on this team at the moment is it's kind of unfortunate synergy with the Wisp and the Chen, I suppose, for the opposite drafter, is that if Io's tethered to someone and Chen's heal goes off, they get a massive heal. Like, completely insane, because they get the Chen heal on themselves, the Io gets the heal, and if he's tethered to someone, they get 1.5 times that heal. So they get 2.5 times Chen heal.
And I suppose you can also potentially have Chen, you can use the IO to teleport someone defensively away from a bad situation to Chen.
Yeah.
And then have Chen use send back on the Wisp, so that as soon as he pops back to his dangerous location, he just gets sent back to base.
It would need to be amazingly timed, and I don't think these players have the skill to do that, but it's possible.
I believe in you, EJ.
And I think
about the rest of the team, but EJ
I think that the Radiant side are being picked complete carries, whereas the Dire side are going more just a lot of supports at the moment, Sniper being their only real carry. Of course, they don't need to pick a carry, so a bit odd that they would pick Sniper and then pick all supports. Maybe just kind of picking supports that don't really have the lockdown to go with Sniper. At the moment, they have no stun apart from Io's tether and Sniper's headshot. And of course, Chen can get Centaurs. But
never know why these drafts don't all just pick all supports.
It makes them insanely strong early game, but then you just completely fall off. Venomancer can be played as a semi-carry, just max that Poison, Sting, and Gale, and go stats and ult, just skip the wards completely. But, you know, they don't have the best power, whereas on the Radiant side, if it really gets kind of past 20 minutes, I think they're going to be far ahead. And the Brewmaster is a bit of an odd pickup for me. He's a good utility hero, can go in any lane, and he's never really a bad pickup. And they're going to pick up a Lycanthrope as the last hero.
You know.
It's not terrible. I don't think... Like, you can have the Wisp tethered to a Lycan who's going at max move speed, just getting a tether stun on absolutely everyone. With Sniper just smacking on people from range, Venomancer throwing out an ult and a Gale, and then Chen heals everyone. Like, it's decent synergy, whereas the Radiant side have quite a bit of AoE. They've got Thunderclap, Waveform, the Chain Frost.
And Morphling and Brewmaster are so hard to kill as well.
Exactly, they have a lot of survivability there. Also, with having so many supports on the Dire, they're not going to be arguing over who buys wards and who goes the support when you really shouldn't be a support. Whereas it looks like the Radiant are getting given more than likely 4 carries and a support.
Lech could just be the hard 5, you know? While everyone else is sort of a 2.
The ultra hard 5.
Ultra hard 5. Every ward, every courier, every upgrade, you know, constant dewarding, and then when he only has boots at 25 minutes, his team will complain.
Yeah. When he doesn't even have boots, when he's just got branches and a tango and a stick. Not even a wand, just a stick. And that's if he's taken an easy
one last hit, he's in trouble.
Yeah, reported.
Ability
abuse.
Ability abuse, you right-click, you're not allowed to, Lich. That's not what you're here for.
Lion.
And they're gonna get a lion, and my Dota's crashed.
I don't know why they give him these good lineups.
I know.
Like,
my Dota's crashed, so you're just gonna have to, like, blind... Just introduce the teams, and I'll be back in a jiffy.
I will. We'll just talk, and nobody will be able to tell what's happening.
Yeah.
I'll just give... Like, I'll do it as if we're casting this on radio. So we're just going through the picks right now. They're just selecting which hero they want. Very exciting stuff here at the DCG. The SDG. We're gonna go with SDG, the Sydney Dota Ground. I'm trying to figure out which word needed to be replaced. Took me longer than I would have liked. So we're just waiting on one last player to pick up the Lycan, whoever it is. I can't remember who the 5th is, but they are not. They're not wanting to go apparently. All right, we're in the game.
I'm
Start
reconnecting,
teams.
so I'll be there in a moment.
Let's start introducing the teams. Over on the Radiant side, we have Vivi playing the Lion, Notime on the Bloodseeker, EasyAsPie playing the Brewmaster, Noobaholic on the Lich, 7/10ths playing the Morphling. Over on the Dastardly
Meanwhile, on the Dire, because I am in the game, you bastard, we have Shiro, smiley face, although it's just a square on my screen, on the Venomancer. We have EJ on the Sniper, who is decked out in that cool, like, tutorial gear stuff. Nom Nom Nom, Paper Heart on the Chen, the Arabian Prince. Liz Bean on the Wisp, and Shockz on the Beastmaster. Meanwhile, the Lycan... No, sorry, why did I say Beastmaster? Lycan. Shockz on the Lycan.
Good lord. This is why I didn't want to let you do the Dire. You're not ready for it.
We already did the Radiant, even though I was in the game.
Well, I didn't think you were, and I was just trying to get through it really quickly so you didn't get a chance. I like Sniper's hat. I want to earn that hat.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like a little feather in the cap.
You should all do the training.
Is that part of the training set?
Yeah, they're all part of the training set.
I can't see because I pressed the thingy and it's not coming up.
It's coming up for me. It's the Gunslinger's hat, a common new item.
Cool.
There's apparently also a rifle. I don't know how you get that.
Yeah, you just do all the tutorial crap. I'm pretty sure I've got the cape and the rifle, but I don't have anything else.
I still got to do more tutorial crap.
So we're going to see a dual lane mid. No, Noobaholic is just going to sacrifice a creep and then go bottom. So they will be tri-laning at Lich, Lion, and Morphling. They're going to be putting the Brewmaster in mid and the Bloodseeker as a solo offlaner.
The Brewmaster has got to be happy that there's a
melee hero. A Lycan mid lane.
Sniper, not the Sniper. You know, I think he would have been expecting either the Venom or the Sniper.
Yeah,
oh, and he's gone for the level 1 wolves. Oh man. Oh no, Shockz. Bad. No Shockz. Yes, funny joke.
I personally would have put the Venomancer mid as well and just run him as like a farming Venomancer.
Yeah, you put the Venom mid, you get Howl on the Lycan, helps him farm a little bit.
Exactly.
But no.
It does a lot of early game damage. Howl is kind of one of those skills that gets skilled up quite a bit late, but you can always skill it up early and give yourself quite a bit of damage. Like 50 damage extra at level 7 on all of your heroes makes for some ultra painful ganks. Meanwhile, Venomancer is going to get surrounded by the heroes. Vivi throws out a stun a little bit late, in my opinion, and they're going to just be able to banana himself away.
Banana Mancer.
Shockz and EasyAsPie just kind of trading farm at the moment, but Beastmaster sitting at double. Why do I keep saying Beastmaster? Brewmaster sitting at double.
Well, he's a beast.
Almost triple now. Notime has just been using his Quelling Blade to burrow into these trees and get in experience range without actually being in lane. It's a nice little way that you can get XP without being detected.
Yeah.
If we look over at their view,
you'll actually be able to circle around.
Yeah, if we look over at their view, they can't say, oh, now they've seen him. But no pings come out. Oh, there we go. There's the ping. So EJ knows he's there.
He knows.
So EJ's gonna know that he's in there.
Another tree and then just like pop out behind EJ.
And EJ even holding skill points right now. Probably just thinking whether he's gonna go a shrapnel build and push down the tower or go headshot build for maximum damage.
He's actually holding 2. Very odd.
Yeah, didn't I say some skill points?
Oh, he's got headshot and...
Yeah, he's gone one into everything now.
Yeah.
A jack of all trades. Of course, shrapnel is great for the vision it provides. Unless you kind of solo towers as well, because you can get the vision at night time and still be out of tower range with the max passive. Shiro, level 2 and a bit, not getting harassed out completely by the bottom lane, but Morphling is farming quite well. They're trading free farm on the Sniper for free farm on the Morphling, and at the moment it's going more the way of the Sniper, because he just has those extra denies that Bloodseeker can't get. It looks like Bloodseeker has been spotted out going into the jungle. He's got some levels up and now he's just going to farm some jungle creeps.
Oh, EasyAsPie, this is the time. Why weren't you going on him, son? Oh, he was so out of position. Takes down the wolves.
Get some extra gold and XP.
I almost started to do it for you. I wish the brute had a little more aggressive there on the on the Lycan. He had the opportunity. He was
The
very much
Chen's
behind.
going to come through with a Centaur, of course. The Chen's invisible, but the Centaur isn't. Still gets the stun off, but they really just don't have the damage for it. Brewmaster does have that early point into Drunken Brawler, so he's got that mischance going for him, and just such a naturally tanky hero, already sitting at 891 health. With a Stout Shield, you're not going to be able to take him down without a lot of magic nukes.
It scales up fairly well, but it's pretty weak early levels.
Still, 10% is good. 10% adds
that's not a chance I want to bet on.
Oh no, of course, you're not going to be relying on it, but it's something that you'll notice. And Lycan's just going to deny off that haste rune with his wolf, not wanting Brewmaster to get anything in that bottle. But of course, Brewmaster at the moment is bottle crowing, so it's going to be a bit far off.
I'd argue that an early pickup of Drunken Haze would actually be more beneficial, because there's a 45% mischance and a slow.
It is for the mischance, but it also gives you the crit. Usually it's more of a 1-point wonder, so you can just get that 1 point in it and then have the max Drunken Brawler, because they stack. So it's a massive one. Vivi gets the first blood. It looks like Venomancer quite out of position. Even Sal's up. The poison almost ticking over Lion, but not enough to kill him off. Meanwhile, EJ has maxed that shrapnel, so he's going to be trying to push down that tower as quickly as possible.
Disconnecting from the game.
It was only a spectator.
What's happening to Dyer's?
Nah, it was a spectator,
Okay, well,
so
never mind.
it's all good. Nom 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 doing a decent job in the jungle at the moment. Massively tearing ahead in farm. Really kind of hoping for a wild kin spawn, I'd say. And he's actually taken control of a Centaur that's stuck in the back. Yeah. He's going to have to tango him out if he wants to help his creep, who's already at under half health.
Yeah, Liz just pulled the wave, but she just for some reason auto-attacked the creeps until it didn't really deny much of her wave. I think it only denied one, maybe two of her creeps. That's going to be a double.
I think it was a purposeful single pull, just so you have more creeps pushing against this tower. Because of course you can also single pull to your advantage, so this does happen. You get a double stack of creeps going into a tower. It's going to allow them to take this top tower, basically. Morphling, in fact, has gone for a hand of Midas. Notices that he's got free farm and really wants to capitalize on a team that only really has the sniper and the Lycan for late game, and he thinks that he can take him out as a Morphling with backup from Bloodseeker Lion and Beastmaster, frickin' Brewmaster. And really,
Stop it, you make me do it now.
I have to agree with him. Like, I think that if it goes to late game, the Radiant has more utility.
There you go.
Cold preserves me.
I think he was just looking for a large camp. Really, he could have just gone for one of the mud golems. And the Dire are going to be pushing this T2 tower at top. The shrapnel keeps on getting thrown out, doing a lot of damage to the tower. Let's see. It is a good point from our spectators there. With the max shrapnel, with Chen getting creeps up, although he hasn't got any creeps at the moment. There's going to be a lot of early push coming out.
This was a creep. This was like a creep.
Bloop, bloop.
He can't take mud golems, can he? Because they're magic immune.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, that'd be neat. Send him in there, magic immune. What are they gonna do? They're gonna be like mud golem.
Gonna be doing a little bit of harass, but he's gonna get clapped. The stun should be coming out from Vivi. Gets thrown out finally. The Hex also, he's gonna take a lot of auto attack damage, and a nice another little crit is gonna kill off Venomancer.
Lucky crit.
Lucky ducky. And EJ meanwhile sitting at 1.7k gold, probably just deciding on what item to get. I'd like to see something
about that bottom tower.
Well, first he should finish off an Aquila, just because he needs that mana regen, and it's always good then, just, you know, get treads.
Tower won't last much longer.
Meanwhile, Morphling destroying a tower at bottom, so they're currently even on towers. A lot more damage done on the T2 at top for the Dire.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower.
Morphling also does have that hand of Midas though, so if you take a look at the net worth, he's starting to pull away from the sniper, and in fact the Brewmaster is also ahead of the sniper as well.
Radiant's top tower.
So a nice job by Brewmaster in this mid lane.
you look at the last hits, though. I mean, it's a pretty even spread.
Yeah, it's really more about the
Radiant-
assists and kills.
Yeah, the Radiant's pulled up a little bit, but not terribly far for 8 minutes in.
And EJ is going to get the last hit on that tower that they just give up. So he's probably just going to rotate into bottom wall mid and just go on that now. We're going to have an engagement in mid lane. Vivi throws out the stun, only hits Shiro. The primal split comes up, but no stun from the Earth Panda just yet. Finally throws it out on the Wisp, who's going to go down to another auto attack. But without the Fire Panda going on this Wisp, he might get away. No, another Boulder Toss going to come out and gets him.
I don't know why the Fire Panda was waiting back there.
And the Fire Panda just, yeah, I think at first was he sent after the Venomancer? It looked like he split them up, but I'm not too sure.
He might have lost vision on the Veno and it stopped chasing.
I think so.
But yeah, he really needed to move that up because he wasn't getting the burn damage on them either.
Yeah, exactly. So, still it results in 2 kills, and that's what you want. So, even a bit of Miss Micro is not going to do much. The Lycan has picked up his Vlads, which is definitely going to help their push with the Wolves, as well as letting him take a Roshan. There are wards up from the Radiant, though. They're going to spot out this Lycan rotation. And Lycan's actually going to try and go in now. It does get pinged out madly by the Morphling. They know he's in the pit.
Mad Morphling.
We're going to see TPs into mid, but no, Lycan doesn't go into the pit. So we're going to see the supports rotate off mid, which is actually like a good draw, because now they're 4-manning mid, and the supports are well out of the way, thinking Lycan's in the pit. But he gets pinged out in mid now. So they're well out of position.
Have fun.
Go Veno wards.
In fact, smoke being used by the support, so they're just going to be basically giving up this tower. They can't really fight into it. And just Venomancer wards.
In a lot of trouble.
Oh, Vivi in a bad spot. It's going to go down to another auto attack. The ultimate thrown out by Shockz, and it's going to be a kill. The Rupture thrown out on the Lycan, who keeps on running around, but he's finally stopped. No, he's running again. Why does he keep running? He gets sent back by Chen, though.
Anyway. He's getting sent back. You know, honestly, it was barely dealing any damage, though.
Very true.
Like, I mean, he was clearly considering that, and I don't think he was concerned about the damage that was doing.
Shen is behind the Brewmaster. We're seeing an Assassinate come out. The clap comes as well, and that's the pure damage nuke from Shen's going to be enough to finish him off. The Shrapnel comes out. It's a good slow there. EJ getting the Shadow Blade early on, so hasn't even finished up the boots or the Aquila, just goes straight for a Shadow Blade. So that's going to add a lot of ganking power. Meanwhile, the Dire just continue to roll towers. They have the Venomancer wards, the Shrapnel, the Lycan Wolves, the Howl, the Chen Creeps, and a Wisp. So we're going to see them just completely push down this middle.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Yep. All about the Midas. Midas all the way. Midas best plan.
The Brewmaster comes forward, gets a nice clap off on Lisbon. If he gets silenced, he's not going to be able to get away, and it's going to be a double kill for the Brewmaster. Well, not a double kill for him, but 2 kills. Oh, Shiro's going to go down to this Rupture. It's going to make him stop, and he's going to die. Lycan, meanwhile, trying to do a little bit of solo pushing against 7/10ths at bottom. And, basically, it all goes down to how long they can hold off like a high ground push. If they can stop them taking the high ground for long enough...
Bloodseeker dies to a neutral!
Bloodseeker, what you doing, bro?
Oh, God.
I think it may have been purposeful.
Could use a little help.
Maybe.
No, not at all. Some nice dewarding going on by the Radiant, but I think that's really all that's going for them at the moment. If we look at experience, it's 3.5k in the way of the Dire as well. Oh, sorry, in the way of the Radiant. And actually, the gold is going in favor of the Radiant. So even though the towers are all but 1 to the Dire, the Radiant are very far ahead. EJ using the Shadow Blade, picking off Vivi. And if he just uses his ultimate, he's going to get a kill on him. But the clap comes out from the Brewmaster too early, and he's not going to be able to just stand there, otherwise he would have died. So